Everyone, we're looking at Chesapeake Energy, and this is our Stock in Focus segment. And I wanted to kind of do one on Chesapeake Energy because it's been in the news quite a bit, and everybody's been, having their positions on, especially the financial stations. Everybody's been talking about it, and I just felt it would make sense to kind of revisit this from a technical standpoint instead of these consistent fundamentals that usually get brought before everyone. Here, I think what should be jumping out to many of you that chartists is, here you have this huge move to the upside here, and it really got annihilated during the banking collapse. A huge move to the downside. So what you see here, it's important to kind of look at it in the longer term aspect, and I say that a lot, but it's really, really crucial because when you look at the more recent price action, you get a better understanding. Am I going to new highs? I mean, what kind of longer term picture was there, and where is this price movement happening in relation to the past? And I hear it all the time that we don't buy the past, we buy the future. Well, that's a nice platitude, but the past tells you a lot about the future. That's why hence why people study history. But anyway, you see this big collapse here, during the banking collapse, and there's a lot of stocks that had that happen. But what happens is the mentality here is this. A lot of times people look at it and they say, okay, well, it's very cheap. There's other money managers that might have not liquidated positions, was unable to do so. They need to try to work those positions out, and they start to accumulate and try to recover these positions. Then you could see here that it kind of goes through a retracement from the prior swing here. You see this swing right here that's your retracement from the prior swing. But when you look at it from the standpoint that here's your big correction, and now you're trying to recover, and that's the initial recovery. Then you see it come back a pretty good retracement, and then you see your next move. You could see that now you're having still trouble breaking even to the 50% retracement range. So then you start to see it kind of go through a correction. It comes back to the 50-day line and back to the 100, and you see the next move, and it fails there. So basically, you're seeing basically a double top right here on the weekly. And then you start to see it break, and then you see the initial break through the 100. But what's important here is that it broke through the prior top here. And that's what a lot of times people don't look for. That can show you a little bit of weakness taking place, or at least it alludes to that could be the case. Now, even just drawing your support line here, you have your support line right here. You could see how it comes back almost to that line. So even though it advanced higher than the prior range, it's pulling back, really back to where the prior low was. So that's also showing